Okay, so now I will show you how to generate the mesh. So we already have the geometry ready. So right click on that and just browse for the geometry. We already have the geometry in, so I saved it in my folder. So it is, uh, should be here. So, okay, we just imported the geometry, and you can see it's the geometry section is updated. Now you can just double click on this mesh, or you can just right click or click on edit, whatever you want, and do that. Yep. So you will see it's coming. Yeah, so it usually takes some time. Right, so you can see here the geometry. So this is how you can rotate your geometry. So this is the airfoil. Now we need to tell the computer whether it is what type of problem it is, because computer or your software doesn't know what it is. So what we need to do before going to do the mesh, we need to do some name selections. Like we need to provide appropriate name. So this is the airfoil. Flow will go through this. This will be the inlet. This is the outlet, and it will be the top surface. This is the bottom surface. This is the front, and the other side is the back. Now just right, zoom in. Here we have all the selections. This is for dot, this is for the edge, surface, this is for the whole body. We're not, if we click on that, if we select here, it will select the whole body, but we don't need this whole body, we need only the surface. So click on that, then right click, create name selections, say inlight, press enter or okay. So you will see this is showing the inlight, okay? So now um, we need to select this one as well. So this part. So it will be outlet. Similarly, just click, select that one, then right click, say this is outlet. Click on OK. So now select this one, right click, say top surface or just top. And this, click here, again right click, create name selection, say the bottom. Okay, so we have done, let's say this one, we'll say this is the bronze surface maybe. Okay, and this side we'll click and we'll say, let's say this is the back surface. So we created all the name selections. If you see here, this is the inlet, this is the outlet. You can see it's highlighted here. The top, this one, the bottom, the front, the back. We did everything, but we didn't select this part. This is the main part. Actually, our toolbar is here. So right click on that. So you see we selected that part, but when we did the geometry, we had a small sections over there. I need to just rotate it. Yeah, so maybe I can use this options here. You'll see, yeah, so it was not a continuous loop. So we connected that on now. Right, just click and press the control and select this and just click here. Then you can see now we selected all the parts. So now right click and right, it is airfoil or airfoil, whatever you want. So then we have done all the name selections. You see, and now this is our airfoil. So now just we have done with the name selections, and we will use all these name selections for the boundary conditions when we'll do the simulation. Now click on mesh. We need the CFD. You can select CFX or point, whatever you want. So we are using CFX. So you can use this CFX, or if you want, you can use this Fluent. Now, if you click on generate mesh, then you see it gives us a mesh, a computational mesh. We can see this information from the statistics. In this case, we have around 2600 nodes and this number of elements. If we actually want to check the mesh quality, we can have different metrics, but we can say check with respect to the orthogonal quality. We found the minimum orthogonal quality is 0.68. It means this is great mesh. It's not actually, the quality is good, but it's not fine mesh. Orthogonal quality means if it is close to 1, that means this is good. So what we'll do is we can say this is coarse mesh. So we need to um, make it more fine. What we can do, we can use the medium. I'm using version 15. If you use some new version, then you may uh, see different options when you will do this sizing. You need to put some values for the size, but here we have some default options. This coarse, we have the medium. If I click on medium, generate mesh, and then you will see now it looks much finer. If I click on this and click on the fine mesh, so then you will see I'll get more fine mesh. You look here and you will see the number increases. So, and you see it, the orthogonal quality also increases here. If you want in the in the new version, when you will work with the new version, you will see its minimum, maximum size, maximum page size. So you can play with this. Let's say you need more fine mesh, and especially when we will deal with the airfoil. Actually, the flow will go this way. It will hit this airfoil. So we'll experience a highly complicated flow behavior in this section. So we need fine mesh this part. So what I can do is I can keep this mesh maybe coarse for the near this wall, this bounding box. But what I need more fine mesh near these sections, right? So what I can do is I can use a new method. Let's say I can just right click on this mesh, insert, and sightings. So I'll select here, I selected that part, and you just look here. If I click on that, so what I did, I selected that part. There are a lot of advanced options, but I'm just quickly showing some options. So now I selected that face. What types of thing? I will use, maybe I can use element size, and in this case, okay, we can do something else. Let's say we can do maybe some easier options. Click on the mesh, insert, and we can do different methods, but let's use this sizing again. So just what we will do now is we'll select the edges. Okay, so previously I selected the face or the surface. Now I will select this edge, this one, and I will select that one. So you see now we have these two faces. Now click on apply. Now surface method, all select it is just as it is now. The element size, we have no different options. So I can use number of subdivisions. Instead of, we have now just one subdivisions. If I put, let's say, 100 subdivisions, then you see it creates kind of a small 100 subdivisions. And if I click on generate mesh, then you will see now we'll get more fine mesh. You look here, we get more fine mesh. Now if I click here, I can increase this number. Let's say I can put it as 5,500 and click on generate mesh, and then see how it looks like. So you look here, now it looks much finer in these sections. So this is how we can deal. So in this way, you can play with it. I will keep this mesh. I'm not going to show you more advanced option. If you are interested, you can check the PDF and you will find a lot of other options. So this is how we will generate the mesh. Now, what do you need to do? You can just save the projects, or you can export the mesh files. So you can put some name. I'll put maybe a name test mesh, okay, and I'll save it maybe this in this folder. You can just save it in any specific folder, whatever you want. I'll click on save. And then our mesh is ready. If we just go to the workbench file, if I click on update, you will see currently it's showing on the geometry is updated. Now you see the mesh updated. When you will click on this update project, you can see this error because when you will click on update, it will try to update everything, but we didn't do the setup solutions, this sort of thing. So you can see it's showing an error. So you just ignore it. It's not an error. So we have done the mesh. So next step is we'll set all the boundary condition and we'll run the simulation. So we're almost done with this, uh, you know, uh, projects.